What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, y'all. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live show. I go live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and every Sunday morning with the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday morning is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping, bro. Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas had their media day workouts this week. We only 2 weeks away, bro. That shit coming up fast. 2 weeks from now, we got a big-time 3-belt unification fight in the welterweight division between Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas, bro. One of the biggest fights of the year so far. But they both had their media day workout, and I want to talk about it. So Yordenis Ugas did his, I believe, on Wednesday. Because his was first. He did his on Wednesday. Look, he look in shape. He looks strong. He looks solid. Reports have come out that, and I find it odd that they're just now coming out 2 weeks before he fights Errol Spence. But reports are coming out that he did indeed have an injured bicep. And he had surgery on his bicep about 3 weeks before his fight with Manny Pacquiao. So he did go into that fight based on reports that not 100%. I don't know why that's coming out now, but I don't want to hear nothing, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. Fight signs, you training, you healthy. No excuses. Oh, man, he wasn't 100%. Like, I can hear the shit now if for some reason stuff don't go his way. But he looks strong. He look in shape. He look fit. His trainer's talking very, very spicy right now. Very, very spicy. Very greasy. Very grimy. He believes that Errol Spence Jr. is not the same fighter. That Errol Spence Jr. has some lapses. And he thinks that his fighter, Yordenis Ugas, is going to go in there and take care of Errol Spence, bro. As he should believe that. I just don't know. I just don't know for me, if I'm a trainer or if I'm a fighter, I don't know if I want my trainer to be talking about the fighter that I got to go in there in the ring with ain't the same fighter or is a lesser version of himself or no shit like that. Because I think that, like, bro, I got to get in the ring with this dude. Why you trying to give him bulletin board material and shit? Make him run an extra mile or some shit. Make him go an extra 15 minutes on the heavy bag because you talking shit. Make him even more hungry because you talking shit. You ain't got to get in the ring with him. And you can see the difference, you know. Derrick James is taking a different approach to Yordenis Ugas and Ismail Salas. He ain't giving them nothing but props, nothing but praise, talking about how great they are, talking about, you know, that he's a great trainer. Ugas is a great fighter. He ain't saying shit like, man, Ugas ain't got no power. Shit, he got 12 knockouts in 30 fights. He can't do shit with my fighter because he don't want to put, number one, you don't want to put extra pressure on your fighter. Number two, you don't want to motivate your opponent, especially in a combat sport, because so much of a combat sport is mental, to where, like, that shit right there could flip a switch in a fighter, and then now you got a problem on your hands because they really trying to whoop your ass. Ain't shit you can do to keep them up off you or some shit like that. So an already uphill battle becomes even more difficult when you say something out of pocket. But, you know, if Yordenis Ugas goes out there and proves Ismail Salas correct, then shit, more power to him. But I just don't know. To me, it's a little bit ill-advised. But hey, man, talk your shit. You don't think he's the same fighter? Stand on that shit. Be sure to stand on April 16th and go show the world, show me, show everybody that he ain't the same, all right? But Yordenis Ugas in shape, as always, looks strong, ready to see what he can do in a couple of weeks. Now, Errol Spence Jr., there were more questions from his side because he's the one that's coming off of the injury, had to pull out of the fight. He's the one that's coming off of the car accident a little less than 2 years ago, right? Or a little more than 2 years ago, I'm sorry. That's him. You feel what I'm saying? So, for his situation, everybody wanted to see how he looked. Everybody wanted to see he has a new nutritionist and strength and conditioning coach. The guy is Fight to Be Fit here on YouTube. I got to get the gentleman's name, but it's Fight to Be Fit here on YouTube. He got like a video or two up of him working with Errol Spence just, you know, short videos. But he's the same guy that is the nutritionist for Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis has another strength and conditioning coach, but the same guy, Fight to Be Fit, he does Errol Spence's nutrition and he does his strength and conditioning for this camp. And let me tell y'all something. Based on the media workout session that I saw from Errol Spence Jr., Fight to Be Fit probably got people blowing up his phone, bro. He probably got every fighter in the game that need a strength and conditioning coach. They probably reaching out to him, or their team is reaching out to him to see what's popping. And I say that because, for me, I've watched all of Errol Spence's fights. For me, it's probably the best shape I've seen him in. This is the strongest that he's looked in a very long time. The only other time I can think of is back when he was fighting Bundu or Chris Algieri. But it's something to be said for looking just as strong as that. And I think he's gotten better as a boxer. I think his jab is better than it was back then. I think he counterpunches a little bit better than he did back then. And I think he's a more complete and patient fighter, and obviously has much better experience than he had when he was fighting Algieri and Leonard Bundu. Like, homie looked in phenomenal shape. So we'll start right there. And not only did he look in shape, you could tell with the work that he was doing when he was hitting the heavy bag, wasn't no breaks. Did that shit till the workout was over. When he was shadow boxing, wasn't no breaks. Did that shit till the workout was over. When he was doing the mitts with Coach James, wasn't no breaks. Wasn't no breaks till it was over. Get a sip of water. Then when he did the interviews, wasn't no heavy breathing. Wasn't none of that shit, bro. Homie looked in shape. And then as far as his crispness, because that's another thing that we were watching, he looked very crisp. In terms of the bag work that he was doing, looked very strong with his punches, reactions, hands always coming back to the right position. You can just see that you were looking at a very fundamentally sound fighter when he was doing his workout. As far as like the interviews, we spoke on Ishmael Salas quite a bit on what he had to say about Errol Spence not being the same. Some key takeaways and highlights from Errol Spence's media workout session. Number one, y'all gotta stop asking people crazy ass questions, bro. Stop asking people questions, certain media members, to try to get a reaction out of them. And I'm glad Errol Spence shut down the question. So a reporter came and asked him about Deontay Wilder. Should Deontay Wilder retire since he had 2 tough fights and got, beat up by Tyson Fury? Should he retire? Like, first of all, you're a reporter. Put yourself in the mind of a reporter. You're a reporter. You there, you got your media credentials and shit, and you were on the cusp of one of the biggest fights in the welterweight division in recent memories, a 3-belt unification fight. You got the unified champion in front of you, and you asking him about a fighter in another weight class that has nothing to do with him, just to try to get a reaction to see what he could say. Instead of asking him something that has to do with the fight or something to do with his situation or anything like that. So that was a key takeaway. Like, bro, good job for Errol Spence for shutting that shit down and walking away from that reporter. Second thing, bro. Second thing. The message of consistency with what he wants to do next. He made it very clear. I'm not overlooking Yordenis Ugas. He's a great fighter, but I want undisputed after this fight. That's what he's going for. That's what he's saying. So we're seeing the consistent message. I just hope that after April the 16th, he continues to stay on that message and he goes after what he's been saying that he wants. Now, there are reports starting to swirl that Terrence Crawford has signed a 2-fight deal with the PBC. Until that's announced, I ain't really, gonna talk about it, but that's something that I think will make sense, and I think that's something that's great. A 2-fight deal, get you a Thurman in or a Danny Garcia in. That's what they're saying, one of those 2 fights. Get that fight in the summertime. Then you and Spence meet up in the fall or the end of the year. Undisputed fight, welterweight division. Ain't no better than that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's, we'll see. We'll see if it pops off. But for me, and my takeaways, bro, Errol Spence Jr. is back to being disciplined. That's the key that I think I get from the vibes, from how he's interviewing, and from this media workout and how he looked. He's back to being disciplined. he's back to honing his craft and making boxing the main thing. Keeping the main thing, and remembering what got you to what so much success in your career. He's back to that shit, bro. He's back to that shit. Now, will it bowl dividends and will it mean something come fight night? You got to come through for the prediction show the week of the fight to see what I think gonna happen. But I like the attitude from both fighters. I like that Spence's body looks like it has recovered from the accident. Him and his trainer maintain that there's no issues with the eye injury. We only 2 fights away, so they slowing down on sparring anyway. Maybe they'll get a couple of sparring sessions in this next week, maybe 1 or 2, and light work, you know what I'm saying? And then next week, probably won't be none, bro. Probably won't be none the week of the fight. People don't be sparring the week of the fight and shit. So that's weight cut time. But, man, really excited for this fight coming up between Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas. And I thought they both had good media workouts. You can tell they both taking it serious. Let's get it popping, bro. Let's get it popping. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Comment down below. Smash the like. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Don't forget about our live show. We're live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Live every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then you can also catch me live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.